So the question is, how do you feel about contraception?
That's my answer. Yep, I'm that person.
So I believe that a prevented potential pregnancy is a prevented potential abortion. And the more women know about their bodies and are empowered to make choices based on the information they have, the better that they can, handle all of these options. So for me, I was 15 years old when I became sexually active, and my head was full of so many myths and honestly just bad sex ed. So I am a big supporter of comprehensive sex ed, but like truly comprehensive sex ed. When Planned Parenthood talks about sex ed, a lot of times what they say is like, oh, here's all the fun stuff. Like, we're going to talk about masturbation and homosexuality and like all these things, and of course, then you have the abstinence-only people who are like, no, don't scandalize my children, whatever, y'all. Like, it's the age of the internet. You can Google anything. Like, everything's available. So I propose something in the middle where we give people scientific information, where we talk to women about their fertility and truly give them comprehensive sex ed. I was 31 years old. I was on a red-eye flight with a friend of mine, and she's sitting next to me, and she goes, oh, what time is it? And I tell her, and she goes, oh, crap, I got to go check my mucus. I'll be right back. And I was like, excuse me? What did you just say? So I am not Catholic, was not raised Catholic. I had no idea that you weirdos do this. And I think it's beyond amazing, because I didn't realize that if you take your temperature and check your mucus, and there's all these like crazy voodoo that y'all can do, that you can.
It's science.
Science voodoo. That's what I meant. Not Louisiana voodoo, science voodoo. That there's all these ways that you can actually know whether you're fertile or not. Like, that's wildly empowering. And I had the opposite of that. After I had my son, I went to the doctor. My OB put me on the pill. I went back 6 months later, and he put me on the ring. I hadn't complained about the pill. He was just like, here, try this instead. I go back 6 months after that, and he put me on the patch. These are all things that you're probably familiar with, because there's class action lawsuits for blood clots and death and all of these other things, right? And I realized, like, I never complained about any of these. Why did he keep putting me on all these different prescriptions? And then I noticed that there's these pharmaceutical reps sashaying in and out of his office, and basically I was the human guinea pig for this hormonal contraception. And I'm not anti-hormonal contraception. I think women should absolutely have access, but I want them to be fully informed. I want them to know how it works, what it's doing to their body, what it's doing for their long-term fertility, because I'm 35 now, and I can tell you that I have a number of friends who are struggling with infertility because for 15 years they took a perfectly working system and basically suppressed it. And another thing that we see is in the medical community, when you're 15 years old and you're having severe cramps or acne or headaches, you go to the doctor and it's lazy medicine. Rather than them saying, what is wrong with you? Let's actually get to the bottom of this. Let's cure this. You could have fibroids growing, severe endometriosis, anything else. They just put you on the pill and send you out the door. And I'm sorry, but women deserve better than that. That is bullshit healthcare. And until we start demanding better healthcare, we're not going to get it.